and welcome to the Great Chaos Christmas Bake-Along. We are going to be making gingerbread men today. Now you probably guessed that from the kits we've sent out. But specifically, we're going to be making different characters from the very first Christmas. Here I've got Joseph and Mary. Because where we pick the story up, they were engaged to be married. What a beautiful couple. Let's read to see what it actually says in the Bible that truly happened that first Christmas. This is how the birth of Jesus, the Messiah, that just means God's chosen king, came about. His mother, Mary, was pledged to be married to Joseph. Now, when we understand what really happened that first Christmas and why it happened, then that will change our Christmas forever. So let's get baking! If you haven't yet got everything ready, then pause the video and gather the following: the things we sent you, and golden syrup, butter, an egg, weighing scales, a saucepan, a wooden spoon, a mixing bowl, baking paper, and baking trays. Turn on your oven to either 200 degrees C, 180 if it's a fan oven, or gas mark 6. Empty your bag of sugar into your saucepan, and then weigh out 100 grams of butter and 80 grams of golden syrup. Add that to the sugar in the pan. Now melt that mixture together on your hob. You'll need to stir it, and do take care not to splash. Keep going until it's all melted together. After you've turned the hob off, tip the other provided packet of ingredients into your mixing bowl. Then carefully add the syrupy mixture and the egg. Stir together with a wooden spoon until they combine. Right at the end, you may need to knead the dough with your hands. Now before we finish this bit, you need to line your trays with baking paper, as well as covering the bowl with the mixture in with cling film, and then pop the bowl in the fridge or your freezer to chill. Now while you're catching up on those instructions, the leaders are going to entertain you by playing a round of Name the Christmas Tune. I found a recorder.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Now I haven't played a recorder since I was at primary school. And I don't have any recorder music in my house, but I am confident of my musical abilities. So I'm going to start playing a tune. And when you think you know what it is, which I hope is quick, then give a wave and I will stop and you can say your answer and you get a point. Got it? Sean?
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yes, I made it. Sarah?
Jingle bells.
Yeah, I was going to say Sarah Salter, but you can have it because
Oh,
Sarah
sorry.
Salter's laughing at me. Ian?
Silent Night.
Yes, Ian. Okay. Now,
Oh.
Sarah Salter.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. This is good going, isn't it? This is like 35 years since I played a recorder. By the way, Chaos Nights, my birthday's on the 22nd of December, so if you want to drop a card in.
With some recorder lessons.
With recorder lessons.
Do a crowdfund.
Sarah Salter.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
Oh, try that one.
Ian?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Yeah,
Reindeer.
Andy, your hand went up as well, so I'm giving you a point because you were going to say it and over. Sarah.
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah. Sean, you were first.
Away in a manger.
Away in a manger. Sean?
Oh, Christmas tree.
Yeah.
That's because Owen sings it every year for weeks.
Oh.
Sarah Beacon.
Hark the Herald's Angels sing.
Yes! Guess
It weren't
the two.
singing
Well
then.
done. The record is gone.
Well, while your ingredients are chilling, let's pick up the next bit of the story. We've got our characters, except this isn't the right Mary. You see, where we were reading in Matthew chapter 1, it tells us that Mary was in fact pregnant. She was expecting a baby. And when Joseph discovered this, he thought, hang on a minute, those ingredients aren't mine. Well, we're not married. I'm not the father. Oh, we've got a problem here. And so he decided to break off the engagement and to walk away, to step out of the kitchen, if you like. He didn't want to make a fuss. He didn't want to make an announcement. He didn't want to embarrass Mary. But he didn't feel it was right for them to continue planning their marriage. Until, well, you'll have to wait till a little bit later to find out. Now go and get your stuff out of the fridge. Once you've got the bowl out, then dust your clean work surface with flour. Roll the dough to the thickness of a £1 coin using a rolling pin, and then cut out as many people as you can. Gather in those offcuts, won't you, and keep on re-rolling and re-rolling. See if you can make more than 15. And while you're rolling and cutting, the leaders are going to play a game of 5-second rule. They have to name 3 things to do with Christmas in the time limit. Who do you think's going to be best? Let's find out.
So, 3 Christmas songs. I mean, that's an easy one because you've just had them. Go.
Jingle bells, walking in a winter wonderland, hark the herald angels sing.
Just. You need to go a bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
Okay. Andy, 3 things you put on a Christmas tree. Go.
Baubles, tinsel, and a star.
Yeah. And with time to spare. Okay, Sean, Eves, 3 of Santa's reindeers.
Ooh. Blitzer, Rudolph, Cupid.
Just. Okay. Ian, 3 classic or 3 Christmas films. Go.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I don't know. I can't think of any.
Sorry, that was a hard one if you didn't know. Okay, Sarah Beacon, 3 things you can do in the snow.
Sledging, snowball fights, skidding.
Ian, was that skiing the last one?
I said skidding.
Skidding, yeah, you can. And yellow weeds, but you know, you didn't give it. Okay, that's Sarah Salter. 3 veggies you eat with your Christmas dinner.
Brussels sprouts, parsnips, and carrots.
Yes. Andy, 3 things you find in a cracker.
Joke, dice, hat.
Yeah. Okay. Sean, 3 rubbish Christmas presents.
Socks, tea towels.
I mean, this was your chance to tell your family not what not to buy you. Ian, the opposite, 3 great Christmas presents. Go.
Game Boy, a torch, and a car.
Oh. I'm putting that on my Christmas list. And last one, Sarah Beacon. 3 people in the nativity story.
Mary, Joseph, and Jesus.
Yes, Sarah. Okay, add those points on. I think most of you scored in that round. So most got 2. One got one. And let's hear your scores at the end of round 2. 3, 3, 5, 4, 3. It is pretty close.
Now, before Joseph broke off the engagement, he decided to have a nap. And while he was sleeping, an angel popped up to see him. And the angel said to him, Joseph, don't be afraid to take Mary home as your wife. The baby that she's expecting is from the Holy Spirit. She is going to have God's saving son. And they'll call him Emmanuel, because that means God is with us. Now, this is a really hard part to understand. I mean, when we talk to God, we can't see him, can we? But the angel is saying that this baby, Mary's baby, is God. God come to be with us.
He looked just like every other person, made from the same stuff and cut in the same way. But Jesus was God. He came to be fragile, weak, and breakable like us.
When Jesus was born, he was laid in a manger. He was born poor. He was born struggling. He was born as one of us. Just as we have got involved by mixing and cutting and baking, God got involved with us. Just like our hands got a little bit messy, God was prepared to do messy as he came to be one of us.
At last, they're ready to go in the oven and bake. Pop the trays in and set a timer for 10 to 12 minutes. Now later, when they've cooled down, you may want to use the icing pens and sweets we sent to decorate them. Or perhaps you'll choose to make up some icing. If you have some icing sugar at home, then pour it into a bowl. Add just a splash or two of water and a few drops of food colouring. You may need to put in a little bit more, but it's always better to go slowly on this one. Mix it all together till you get a nice thick paste. Your biscuits will be ready to ice in about an hour. So in the meantime, have a think about how you can decorate them and if you're going to make any other nativity characters. Well, while your biscuits are still baking, we've got time for a couple more games with the leaders. The first one is dance tag. The way it works is I'm going to start off with a dance move and then pass it on. The next person has to do my dance move and make one up of their own. How good will the leaders be at remembering?
Okay? So my dance move.
The Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Yeah, Andy Sam.
Where you can see it, the couple tries to start. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Then we'll have
Choose someone.
pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a singing and a feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. The heart with
Okay, you choose somebody.
rocking around
Sarah Stuka.
Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Sean.
You will get a singing and a feeling when you hear tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing around.
What was yours, Sean?
Oh, yes. And everyone joining in the whole lot. Oh, we've run out of the song. So our final thing is, with a toilet roll and a hat and a carrot, you've got 2 minutes to turn yourself into a snowman. And hold your pose. And I think I am going to give, for absolute face coverage, unbelievable, Sarah Beacon, I'm giving you 3 points. I've got no idea what points you're up to, so we'll find out in a minute. Sean, and yeah, I like it because you've got your carrot in there. Ian, effort, 2 points. Andy, you kind of just look quite suave. Snowman, I'm going to give you 2 points. And Sean and Sarah, yeah, I think 2 Sean, and I was going to give 1 to Sarah Salter because, like, there's not much effort going on for body. But she did draw the mouth one. 1.5 points, Sarah.
But we weren't allowed a pen.
I know, I didn't say that. Oh, you're saying 1.5's too generous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Use things that we
It's not a
have.
pen. It's eyeliner.
And she's being cheeky. No,
It wasn't on the list.
it wasn't on the list. So, what are your points at the end of tonight's game?
No idea.
Everyone's a winner! Woo!
This is how Jesus Christ was born. A young woman named Mary was engaged to Joseph from King David's family. But before they were married, she learned she was going to have a baby by God's Holy Spirit. Joseph was a good man and did not want to embarrass Mary in front of everyone, so he decided to quietly call off the wedding. While Joseph was thinking about this, an angel from the Lord came to him in a dream. The angel said, "Joseph, the baby that Mary will have is from the Holy Spirit. Go ahead and marry her. Then, after the baby is born, name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." So the Lord's promise came true, just as the prophet had said. A virgin will have a baby boy, and he will be called Emmanuel, which means God is with us. After Joseph woke up, he and Mary were soon married, just as the Lord's angel had told him to do. But they did not sleep together before the baby was born.
Have you got them out of the oven? How are they looking? We'd love to see a picture of them once you've iced them. But I bet they're looking good enough to eat. Which is incredible, isn't it, when you think of the mess of the mixture earlier on. How something messy has become something amazing. And yet, that's kind of like what we've seen in Matthew chapter 1. At the start, it was really messy. Mary and Joseph were one sleep away from splitting up. But then God baked a winner. He helped Joseph understand what he was doing. That the baby Mary was having was God's saving son. God coming to be with us, to be in our mess, to share our sadness, to understand our worries, but more than that, to clean up the mess for the wrong things we say, think, and do. God came to be with us. And when we understand that, well, it makes the best Christmas ever.
Something else that will make your Christmas great will be tuning in to our online Carols for Kids this coming Sunday. Have a sneak preview now at what's going to be taking place in the stars of Christmas.
We'll be back in the new year. But for now,
Merry Christmas!
Christmas!